There is no sound on earth like the sound of a dying submarine. It groans, it screams, it weeps. We are 600 feet down in the North Atlantic. The engines are dead, the lights are gone, the water is rising. I am Carl, the sonar operator, and I am listening for a rescue that will never come.
November 12th, 1942, 0300 hours. The silence is heavy, thicker than the steel hull. Deep, rhythmic creaking of metal. The U-boat is settling on the ocean floor. Every few minutes, the hull pops. Loud, metallic bang, like a gunshot inside a tin can. It makes me jump every time. We are too deep. The pressure is crushing us slowly, like a giant hand squeezing a soda can. 03:15 hours. It is pitch black. The emergency lights failed an hour ago. I'm sitting in the sonar room with a small flashlight. The batteries are weak. The beam is yellow and dim. It casts long, dancing shadows on the pipes. "Hello?" I whispered into the darkness. "Is anyone left?" Silence. Just the sound of water dripping somewhere. Drip, drip, drip. The rest of the crew, they're in the engine room. The bulkhead is sealed. I am the only one on this side of the door. 03:30 hours. I put on my headphones. Static hiss. I turned the dial on the hydrophone. I need to hear something. Anything. A whale, a ship, even an enemy destroyer. Ping, ping. My heart skipped a beat. A signal? No. It's just the echo of our own hull settling into the sand. We are a steel coffin buried in a grave of water. 03:45 hours. The air is getting bad. It smells of diesel oil, sweat, and something sharp. Chlorine? No, not yet. If seawater hits the batteries, it will make chlorine gas. Then it will be over in minutes. I took a deep breath. Shallow, raspy inhale. My chest feels tight. The CO2 scrubbers are dead. We are breathing our own ghosts. 0400 hours. I shined the light on the depth gauge. The needle is past the red line, 200 meters. The glass on the gauge cracked. Tiny crack sound. I touched the cold steel wall next to me. It is sweating. Condensation. Or is it leaking? I licked my finger. Salty. It's a leak. A small rivet has popped. A tiny stream of water is spraying in, hissing like a snake. Hissing sound of high-pressure water. The ocean is coming in. November 12th, 1942, 04:30 hours. The water is up to my ankles now. It is black and freezing cold. Sloshing water sound. It bites through my leather boots. I shivered violently. The leak is getting louder. Hiss. Splash. It sounds like a waterfall in a cave. I wrapped my arms around myself. I am so tired. The air is thick, like soup. Every breath is a struggle. Deep, gasping inhale. Just a little longer, I whispered. But I don't know what I am waiting for. Death or a miracle? 0500 hours. I closed my eyes. The darkness of the U-boat faded away. I am back in Hamburg. It is summer, 1941. The sun is shining on the Ulster Lake. Sound of birds and distant laughter. I am sitting in a beer garden. The band is playing a polka. My fiancée, Greta, is laughing. She is wearing a white dress. "Carl," she says, handing me a cold glass. "Drink up. The war will be over soon." I can taste the beer. I can feel the sun on my face. "I promise, Greta," I mumbled to the empty room. "I will come home." Splash. A piece of metal fell from the ceiling into the water. The splash shattered the memory. The sun is gone. The cold returns. 05:15 hours. I put the headphones back on. I need the noise. The silence is too loud. Static. Crackle. Wait, what is that? Faint music playing through static. A distorted version of Lily Marlene. Is that music? I turned the dial frantically. Hello? U96? Is that you? The music is clear now. A woman singing. It's coming from the propeller of a ship. But there is no ship. It's the mermaid, the old sailors used to say. She sings before you drown. I laughed. A dry, hacking laugh. Coughing fit. Sing louder, darling, I whispered. I can't hear you over the water. 05:30 hours. The flashlight flickered and died. Click. Total darkness. Now the sounds are terrifying. The hull groans like a dying beast. Deep metallic groan. I can hear footsteps in the water. Splash. Splash. Someone is walking towards me. Captain? I called out. No answer. Just the footsteps stopping right in front of me. I reached out my hand. I felt wet fabric, a uniform. But when I grabbed it, there was nothing, just empty air and cold water. I am alone with the ghosts.
November 12th, 1942, 05:45 hours. The water is rising faster now. It is up to my knees, loud splashing as he moves. Suddenly, a new sound, sizzling sound like frying bacon. It is coming from the floorboards beneath me. The battery compartment. No, I gasped. Please, God, no! The seawater has reached the lead-acid batteries. The sizzling gets louder, angry and violent. Hissing intensifies. And then the smell hits me. It is sharp, stinging like 1,000 needles in my nose. Bleach and burning fire. Chlorine gas. The yellow killer. 06 hours. I scrambled in the dark, my hands splashing frantically in the water. Mask! Where is the mask? I shouted, but my voice broke into a cough, violent, wet coughing. My throat feels like I swallowed broken glass. My eyes are burning, streaming with tears. I felt the rubber strap of the gas mask hanging on the wall. I grabbed it. My fingers are slippery with oil and water. I dropped it. Splash! 9! I screamed. I dove into the freezing water, feeling around blindly. My hand touched the glass lenses. I pulled it up, gasping, choking. 06:15 hours. I shoved the mask over my face. The rubber is cold and wet. I tightened the straps so hard they cut into my skin. I took a breath. Deep, hollow sound of breathing through a gas mask, Darth Vader style, but faster. The air inside tastes of stale rubber and charcoal, but it is clean. I sat back against the cold steel wall, shaking uncontrollably. Outside the mask, the air is turning yellow. I can't see it in the dark, but I can feel it. It is heavy. It is death. 06:30 hours. The sizzling has stopped, but the damage is done. The U-boat is now a gas chamber. I am the only one breathing. I looked at the sonar screen. It is dead. I looked at the pressure gauge. It is dead. I'm trapped in a bubble of rubber and glass, waiting for the filter to run out. Mask breathing continues. Inhale. Exhale. The sound of my own breath is the only thing proving I am alive. Greta, I whispered inside the mask. It sounded muffled and robotic. I am sorry. November 12th, 1942. 06:45 hours.
The air is getting thin. The filter is clogged. Every breath requires effort, like sucking air through a wet towel. Wheezing sound inside the mask. My chest burns. The mask is no longer saving me. It is suffocating me. But I cannot take it off. Outside is the poison. Inside is the starvation. The water is up to my chest now. It feels heavy, pressing against my ribs, fighting my lungs for space. Slosh, ripple. I am floating in my own grave. 0700 hours. I turn the hydrophone dial one last time. My fingers are numb, useless blocks of ice. Static, silence, static. Then I heard it again. Bing! Loud, clear, beautiful. U-96? I gasped. Are you there? Bing! It is closer. It sounds like a hammer hitting a bell. But the equipment is dead. The power is gone. I looked at the black screen. There is no green blip, no signal. Where are you? I cried out. 017 hours. Bing! Ping! Ping! It is rhythmic, steady. I closed my eyes and listened. It is not coming from the headphones. It is coming from inside my own ears. It is my heart, my tired, freezing heart, beating against the silence of the ocean. I laughed, a sound that turned into a choke. It's just me, I whispered. I am the submarine now. 0730 hours. The cold is mesmerizing. It doesn't hurt anymore. It feels like a warm bath. The terror is fading, replaced by a strange, heavy drowsiness. The gas mask feels too heavy. The strap is digging into my skull. Why fight? A voice inside my head asks. Just sleep, Karl. Greta is waiting. I reached up to the buckle of the mask. My fingers hovered there. To breathe the poison and end it quick, or to fade away in the dark. I let my hand drop. Not yet, I breathed. Let me listen to the music a little longer. 0745 hours. The water touches my chin. It kisses my neck like a cold lover. I tilted my head back to keep the mask above the surface. The ceiling is just a few inches from my face. I am trapped in a tiny pocket of air. The ping is getting slower. Ping, ping, ping. The battery of my heart is running low.
November 12th, 1942. 0800. The air is gone. The filter is just a block of charcoal now. Every breath is like swallowing fire. Gasping sound inside mask. The water is at my lips. It is cold, salty, and insistent. I looked up. The ceiling rivets are inches from my eyes. There is no more room. No more time. Enough, I whispered. It is enough. My fingers found the straps of the mask. They felt clumsy, but determined. Click. Snap. I pulled the mask off. Splash. I let it fall into the black water. 805 hours. I expected pain. I expected burning. But the first breath of the poisoned air was sweet. It smelled of rain. It smelled of ozone. My lungs didn't burn. They expanded, grateful and free. The darkness around me started to change. The black water turned into a shimmering blue. I saw a light, not a flashlight, a soft, golden glow coming from the hatch above. The hatch is opening. 810 hours. Karl! A voice called out, clear as a bell. I looked up. Someone is standing in the light. She is wearing a white dress. Her hair is golden like the sun. Greta, I breathed. Take my hand, she smiled. The war is over, my love. Come home. I reached up. My hand broke the surface of the water. I didn't feel the cold steel of the hatch. I felt warmth. I felt skin. 815 hours. My body feels light. The heavy boots, the wet uniform, they are all falling away. I am floating up through the steel, up through the ocean, up towards the sun. The crushing pressure is gone. The fear is gone. There is only the music. The polka band is playing again. Faint, happy accordion music echoes. I am dancing. We are dancing. 820 hours. The sonar ping slows down to a final rhythm. Ping, 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 and then ping, and then silence. The heart stops. The U-boat sleeps. The ocean floor holds us gently in its arms. We are on eternal patrol now. Long, final exhale. Absolute silence. Just the faint sound of bubbles rising. Glug, glug. Outro. Narrator. Text on screen. U-96 was listed as missing in action on November 12, 1942. No distress signal was ever received. The crew rests 200 meters below the surface, forever young, forever waiting. The war ended for them long ago. Rest in peace, sailors.